to the bees in Secret Life of Bees. Would anybody like to hazard an answer to one of these questions based on the bees? Richa.
August.
Yes?
Most of the sisters interact with the bees.
Most of the sisters interact with the bees. Excellent, Richa. That begs another question. Who doesn't? Who does not interact with the bees? June's part of the family, so maybe not directly, and you're correct. Oh, hold on, Risha, you've said something interesting, right? June does not directly interact with the bees. What is June also separated from in that novel? What does she also seem distant from? Lily. She also seems distant at times from... I'm sorry? Well, she seems pretty close to May. Who is she resisting? Neil, right? She's resisting marriage, she's resisting motherhood, she's resisting family, and she's also not directly interacting with the bees. But who more prominently does not interact? T. Ray. Does anybody remember the detail that emphasizes this? Don't give me a reason why, Michael. I'm looking for a detail. Something about the novel that emphasizes that he has no contact with bees. Thank you, Emily. When he comes to see the bees, they are gone. Thus, Kid separates him from the bees. So, Risha, your answer to that question already sparked a couple other observations. Not just looking at August and Lily and how they interact, but also thinking about June and how she has this quasi-interaction or indirect, and how T-Ray has no interaction whatsoever. So we haven't answers. We have not yet completed our symbol analysis. We just have details. Michael, you had your hand up also. Did you want to give something else? No? The bees need love. The bees seem to need love, and that is part of the author's description. Right? The author describes how the bees seem to respond well to stances of passivity when the person is tending them, not aggressive and so on. Stances of body postures of love and affection. Good. What else? Ian. The bees can sense when a queen is not there, and what do they do when the bee is not, or the queen bee is not there? They do try to replace her, and if they can't, they swarm. Very good. Okay, so that means that it must be that the bee society is what kind of society? Do you know a fancy word for centered on a woman or a mother? Thank you, Colin. Matriarchal. Necessary quality of the symbol, it is matriarchal. Okay, we could do this for 10 more minutes, generate a lot of data, and if we were doing this properly, we'd be writing it down, getting page references. That would be a full symbol analysis. But we're just getting a taste of this. The next step would be to answer the question, what do the bees represent? I'm sorry? No, they can't represent a person because remember your definition, it will represent abstract ideas. So that's good. Sydney, I'm glad you made that mistake because it points out the mistakes that students might make. Daughterhood, but I think that it's fuller than that. I think that daughterhood is too specific, and it can't be motherhood because the Black Mary represents that, right? So, Gretchen?
Children in general, or people under a mother?
People, what do we call that whole group underneath the mother? Family. There we go. Okay, so we've got a variety of related ideas. Family. I'll keep going. Community, which is different from family because we're talking about extending past the family unit as the boat rights do. What else does it represent? Yeah, so I would use Colin's term, but Ian, you're correct. The matriarchy idea. I think it also represents order, because there is order in this unit. So we've got family, community, matriarchy, order, this set of ideas of this unit that seems to work efficiently and effectively organized around a mother. What is she saying about matriarchy? What is she saying about family? Ask the first question. Does she like it? Yes. How do you know? Because it's what her book is about? That's true. However, Animal Farm is about collectivism and totalitarianism. Orwell doesn't like that. Yeah, Michael. Very good, Michael. Give me a quantitative or concrete measure that the bees function really well. What do they do that shows that they're producing or doing really well? They produce honey, which sustains the boatwright family. Very good. There's evidence that shows that matriarchy, according to Kidd, works and is effective and can help. Why? Because the economic foundation upon which this family sits. That's Kidd communicating with you. Once again, we could go on with this, but we've got to limit our discussion. Kidd is using the bees to present a complex communication about family and motherhood and its value, and the fact that it is valuable, and when it works and when it doesn't work. The bees are a vehicle for expression, as all symbolism is. So,